A very good morning to all my dear children. I hope all are safe and sound. Yes, children? Yes. And busy preparing for your forthcoming midterm exam. So, this session we will discuss about the revision of the chapter 5 in history and civics, that is the Vedic civilization. So, let's get started, children. Now let's see the first two Vedas. Okay, so the two Vedas are the Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Yajur Veda, and Atharva Veda. Then two officials who assisted the Raja. Okay, so who are the two officials? The Gramini and the Purohita. Alright, then two popular assemblies, the Sabha and the Samiti children. Alright, then we have two important gods of the Rig Vedic age. Okay, so we have Indra, the god of rain, Agni, the fire god. Two god worshipped during the later Vedic age. Okay, so during the later Vedic age, the Aryans, they worshipped Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver. Okay, children. Then let's see during the early Vedic age and later Vedic age. So, children, during the early Vedic age, the region where Aryans settled, okay, during the early Vedic age, where did the Aryans settle? They settled in Sapta Sindhu, okay. Then, later Vedic age, they moved towards the Gangetic Valley, alright. Then, popular assembly during the early Vedic age, the Sabha, and then later Vedic age we had the Samiti. Then the mode of worship during the early Vedic age, the recitation of prayers and offering sacrifices that was carried out, children. Okay, and during later Vedic age, recited prayers and sacrifices had to be accompanied by elaborate rituals. They believed more in rituals rather than recitation and sacrifices. Then, what was the position of the women? During the early Vedic age, women had equal rights and as men. Alright, in later age, Vedic age, what happened? The status of the women declined in the society. Okay, children? Then, now let's see match the following. That is the land of the Aryans. It is called as Aryavarta. Okay, so Aryavarta is called as the land of the Aryans. Okay, children. Then council of elders, that is Sabha. Head of the family is called as Grahapati. Then a wealthy person is one who has more cow. No, he is called as a Gomat. Sacred thread ceremony, it is called as Upanayana. Okay, children. Then let's move towards the questions. Describe the functions of each of the four social classes. Okay, children, you have to describe the functions of each of the social classes during the Rig Vedic age. Understood the question? Yes. The function of each of the four social classes during the Rig Vedic age are the Brahmins, Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas and the Shudras. Okay, children. Now, the Brahmins, the priest who perform religious rituals, he is called as the Brahmins. The Kshatriyas, the king and the warring classes who war, okay, who fought wars and protected the tribes. Okay, they are called as Kshatriyas. The Vaishyas, those engaged in agriculture, business and industry and produce goods for the society. Okay, they are called as Vaishyas. And the Shudras who served the upper three classes, they were called as Shudras. Okay, so children. So these were the four social classes during the Rig Vedic age. Okay, children. Then let's compare the religion of the early Aryans with that of the later Aryans. So let us compare. The people in the early Vedic age, they worship the forces of nature like the wind, rain, water, fire, thunder, etc. Whereas the later Vedic age, the people worshipped Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Mahesh or Shiva the destroyer. So this was the first difference, children. Okay, let's move towards the second difference. The early Vedic age did not construct temples or images to worship gods. So during early Vedic age, there were no the Aryans didn't construct any temples or images to worship God. They worshiped the gods through the recitation of prayers and offerings of sacrifice. Okay, children. In the later Vedic age, the mode of worship changed considerably through prayers continued to be recited. Sacrifices became far more important. These sacrifices had to be accompanied by a number of elaborate rituals. So they need to, what happened in later Vedic age, they started worshipping God, and there were doing sacrifices, recitation, but there were more in elaborating. They were doing more on sacrifices and rituals, okay, children, which could be performed by the Brahmin priest only, and these rituals are performed by the Brahmin priest only, okay, children. So these were the difference between early Aryans and the later Vedic Aryans, okay, children. Now explain the system of education prevailed during the later Vedic age. So what was the education system during the later Vedic age? Here, children, please don't get confused between early Vedic age and later Vedic age. Okay, children. Now, the system of education prevailed during the later Vedic age. The later Vedic age had a special system of education. At the age of 7, a boy was sent to Gurukul, that is the house of the teacher. He was supposed to live there until he complete his education. The Guru treated his students like his own children. The students was required to do household work for his teacher. He had to get up early in the morning, take his bath and chant the Vedic mantras. Most of the teaching was done orally, and the students were required to learn everything by heart. After completing the education, the students paid Guru Dakshina or a fees to the teacher according to their means. The students were taught Vedic literature, grammar, astronomy, medicine, music, architecture, and the art of warfare. Okay, children. So these were the education system prevailed during the later Vedic age. What was an ashrama? Describe the function of each ashrama. So you need to know what is the meaning of ashrama. The life of the Aryan was divided into 4 stages of 25 years each. Each stage was called as an ashrama. The 4 ashrama and its function are as follows. The first one is Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa. So the first stage was the Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya was the first stage when a person had to go to Acharyas and the Gurukul to receive education. He was supposed to stay in Gurukul till his education was completed. Grahastha was the second stage during which a person was allowed to lead a married life and have children. Vanaprastha was the third stage when a man would give up his worldly life and go to the forest to meditate. Sannyasi was the last stage of life when a person was supposed to renounce all the worldly life and become an ascetic. Now let us see what kind of sacrifices were performed by king during the Vedic age. The following were the sacrifices that were performed by the king during the Vedic age was. The first one is the Ashwamedha Yagna. During this Yagna, the ruler would let loose a special horse accompanied by soldiers for years to wander at will. The king would lay his claim over all those territories over which the royal horse moved unchallenged. At the end of the year, the horse was sacrificed during the Yagna. So this was called as the Ashwamedha Yagna. Next, let us see Rajasurya sacrifice. It is performed to confer supreme power on the king. It was connected with the king consecration. And the last yagna was Vajpaya Yagna. As the name suggests, the Vajpayee Yagna was believed to bring in a bountiful crop and plentiful water. Okay, children. Next, let us see scientific development took place in the later Vedic period. Astronomy was highly developed in the Vedic period. Okay, then people knew about the movement of heavenly bodies and could calculate their position at different times. They also knew that the earth moved on its axis and around the sun, whereas the moon moved around the earth. They knew the use of zero and how to make large calculation, that is square roots, cubes and cube roots. How were the women treated in the early Vedic period? In the early Vedic period, society women had equal right as men. Education was open for both boys and girls. Women attended the tribal assembly, participated in the debates and religious ceremonies. The daughters were allowed to choose their husband in a special ceremony called the Swayamvara. Widows are allowed to remarry, and the practice of child marriage, Parda system or sati were not in existence. What were the main occupations of the people during the later Vedic period? Agriculture became their chief means of childhood. Okay, the people specialized in art and crafts like weaving, pottery making, and leather work. The rise of new art and crafts encouraged trade and commerce. The use of iron implements helped them to increase production. So you can see the agriculture was the main source of this Aryans. Okay, children. Along with agriculture, they specialized in arts and crafts. Okay, and even weaving, pottery making, and leather work. Okay, so the craft encouraged due to crafts and arts. What happened? The trade and commerce encouraged. They were enlarged, and the use of iron implements helped them to increase the production. So these were the main occupation of the people during the later Vedic period. Okay, children. Okay, children. With this, we come to the end of this revision session. I hope you all have understood what I have revised. I want you all to read the chapter thoroughly, all the exercises from the textbook, and read well the question answers and prepare well for your forthcoming midterm exam. Children, you need to read the lesson so that middle questions you are able to answer. So with this note, I hope you will do well. I wish you all the best. May God bless you. Thank you. Bye bye, children.